Hello viewers, today the topic for my lecture is the biography and the contribution of Haddu Hassu Khans of Gwalior Gharana. Gwalior Gharana is probably the oldest Gharana of Khyal singing, where others Gharana are said to be originated from it. The rise of Gwalior Gharana started with the names of Nathan Khan and his grandsons, the legendary Haddu Khan, Hassu Khan and Nathu Khan. Ustad Nathan Khan and Peer Baksh, popularly known as Nathan Peer Baksh, are acknowledged to be the founders of Gwalior Gharana. The Gharana was further enriched with the introduction of Tans by Bade Muhammad Khan, another great name in this Gharana. The style was later enhanced by Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan, whose names predominates among all other names of Gwalior Gharana. So let's know about Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan, the great exponents of Gwalior Gaiki. Background and early life. Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan, this singing duo of Gwalior Gharana, is popularly known as Haddu Hassu Khan. From the name, it appears as if Haddu Hassu Khan is one person. But in fact, Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan were the two brothers who were the great exponents of Gwalior Gaiki. Their ancestors originally belonged to Lucknow, and music was their livelihood. The one who may be said the founder of this Gharana was Nathan Khan. Some sources believe that Ustad Nathan Peer Baksh settled in Gwalior and evolved the style that led to Gwalior Gharana. Nathan Peer Baksh left Lucknow to escape the professional rivalry with Ustad Shakkar Khan and had taken an ugly turn. Nathan Khan migrated from Lucknow to Gwalior with his grandsons Hassu Khan, Haddu Khan and Nathu Khan. Nathan Khan left Lucknow and had settled in the court of Gwalior Maharaj Daulat Rao Shinde. Nathan Khan's two sons named Kadar Baksh and Peer Baksh, both were the leading musicians of that time. Kadar Baksh was blessed with three sons, Haddu Khan, Hassu Khan and Nathu Khan. Kadar Baksh died in his prime. Therefore, all the three children of Kadar Baksh, Haddu Khan, Hassu Khan and Nathu Khan, were brought up by their grandfather Nathan Khan, who later became the prime names of Gwalior Gaiki. The exact date of birth of these great exponents of Gwalior Gharana is unknown, though all of them inherited music and received the systematic training too. But Haddu Khan was the most impressive among all the three brothers, whose wonderful, powerful and splendid Gaiki is still remembered. Training in music. After receiving the early training in music from their father Kadar Baksh, Haddu Hassu Khans were trained by their grandfather Nathan Khan. They were also trained in Khyal singing by another great singer of Gwalior Gaiki, Bade Muhammad Khan. He too was originally from Lucknow and belonged to the same tradition of Nathan Khan. Bade Muhammad Khan is credited with introducing Tans in Khyal singing. Bade Muhammad Khan was a source of inspiration for the young duo Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan. Haddu Hassu Khan's Drut Tans and Khyal singing was the direct influence of Bade Muhammad Khan. Haddu Khan and Hassu Khan further enhanced the style of Gwalior Gharana as we recognize it today. Let's know about some salient features of Haddu Hassu Khan's singing style, which is known as Gwalior Gaiki. In the opinion of Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande, Gwalior Gaiki is the Khyal Gaiki in its true sense. It originates from the natural human voice. That is why it is pure, simple and melodious. The distinguishing feature of Gwalior Gaiki is its simplicity and the selection of well-known rags. The proper selections of rags according to time and proper development of rag is the main characteristic of this Gaiki. The singing of Gwalior Gharana places bandish, that is the composition of rag, above all in its presentation. Because according to this Gharana's belief, the full melody of a rag is provided by the bandish. So starting the bandish of Bada Khyal, that is slow Khyal, with elaborated alap, it includes rag vistar, that is the development of rag or the melodic expansion, which is the main characteristic of Gwalior Gharana. Alankar, the melodic ornamentation is used to enhance the beauty and the meaning of rag. The rag is further developed by Behlawa, Bol Alap and Bol Tans. In fact, many varieties of tans like Bol Tan, Alankarik Tan and Spat Tan are worth mentioning features of Gwalior Gaiki. The Spat Tan is very important to the Gwalior style that refers to the straight singing of notes or straight sequence of notes. Akar, Ikar and Okar, the vowels of Rag Alap, are very important embellishments to this singing style, which enhance the beauty of Rag to its full extent. Not only this, facial expression according to ras or bhav of Rag add to its presentation or play very significant role to enhance the beauty of Gwalior Gaiki. Apart from these features, this Gharana has command over uncommon musical forms like Dadra, Chaturang, Tappa and Tap Khyal. These are some of the distinguishing features of Gwalior Gaiki. Haddu Hassu Khan's career. Haddu Khan and his elder brother Hassu Khan were the court musicians of Maharaja Jiaji Rao of Gwalior. Both of them were highly esteemed by Maharaja Jiaji Rao. It is said, once the king of Jaipur invited Maharaja of Gwalior to Jaipur, Haddu Hassu Khan also went along with Maharaja to Jaipur. In Jaipur, a music concert was held. According to the said tradition, the musicians of Jaipur sang first, and then it was turned Haddu Hassu Khan to perform. It is said the whole darbar, that is the royal court, was stunned with the powerful singing of this singing duo of Gwalior, and everyone present there accepted the superiority of Gwalior Gaiki. King of Jaipur, who was very impressed, showered many rewards and money on them. Haddu Khan's elder brother Hassu Khan died prematurely, somewhere in 1856 or 1859. This incident shocked Haddu Khan so much that he never felt like singing alone, and for some time he remained depressed. Another turn in the life of Haddu Khan came when he had to leave Gwalior. The incident goes like this. Haddu Khan was a man of self-respect. Once Maharaja of Gwalior said some ill words to Haddu Khan, which were unbearable for him. Haddu Khan immediately left the royal court and even the city of Gwalior he returned to his native place Lucknow. In Lucknow too, he continued his riyaz, that is the daily practice of music, and participated in the music concerts and earned the name and fame. But it is sad, Maharaja of Gwalior missed him a lot. Though there were many other musicians in the royal court of Gwalior, but the absence of Haddu Khan in the court became unbearable for Maharaja. Therefore, Maharaja anyhow convinced him and persuaded Haddu Khan to return, and finally he succeeded to bring him back in his court of Gwalior. Haddu Khan had rich, masculine and very powerful voice. His favorites rag were Yaman, Malkons, Behag, Miyan Ki Malhar, Todi, Darbari, though he sang all the rags with an equal command. Now about his personal life. Haddu Khan was married twice. From the first marriage, he was blessed with two sons, namely Chote Muhammad Khan and Rahmat Khan, who later became the leading exponents of Gwalior Gaiki. From the second marriage, he had two daughters. His elder daughter was married to great vocalist Inayat Hussain Khan, and the younger one was married to Beenkar Bande Ali Khan. Haddu Khan was firm believer in riyaz, and he continued his riyaz even in his old age, when the lower portion of his body was paralyzed. It is said he was picked up to the royal court for singing in the court. His health was deteriorating day by day, and in 1875, this shining sun of music of Gwalior Gharana had set forever, after spreading its rays everywhere in India. His death was mourned not only in Gwalior but all over the country. The Maharaja of Gwalior felt as if the strongest pillar of his royal court has demolished. Haddu Khan's disciples. Haddu Khan left behind him a rich legacy of his disciples. His foremost disciples were his own sons, Muhammad Khan and Rahmat Khan, and his nephew Nisar Hussain Khan. All the three of them received the full training of their gharana from the father and their uncle. All of them emerged as the eminent musicians of Gwalior Gharana. Muhammad Khan was popularly known as Chote Muhammad Khan. Haddu Khan's son, Rahmat Ali Khan, was a widely acclaimed singer who liberated the Gwalior Gaiki and blended it with emotional touch. He was a very melodious singer. It is said his voice was so melodious that people used to wonder whether it was a human voice or the sound of an instrument. According to Dr. Sushil Kumar Chaubey, which he has mentioned in his book Sangeet ke Gharano ki Charcha, that even the expert musicians of that time used to wonder at his melodiousness and were unable to imitate him. Rahmat Khan brought an emotional angle in khayal singing of Gwalior Gharana, which influenced many renowned singers of the later generations of other gharanas, including Bhaskar Bua Bakhle of Agra Gharana, Ustad Abdul Karim Khan of Kirana Gharana, and Manji Khan of Jaipur. Haddu Khan's nephew Nisar Hussain Khan had deep-rooted interest in studying musical literature. He was a good scholar cum singer and was a teacher of great caliber. All of the three eminent musicians of Gwalior Gharana expired in the early 20th century. The prominent among Haddoo Khan's other disciples were Ali Bakhsh and Fateh Ali of Patiala Gharana fame, who received the training in Gwalior Gharana from Haddoo Khan and with the blend of other Gharanas Gaiki popularized their own Patiala Gharana. It is worth mentioning that Haddoo Khan's liberal move to open the doors of music to non-family members was to bring about the great musical revolution in Maharashtra in the first half of 20th century. Haddoo Khan's most disciples were from Maharashtra and were Brahmins who popularized Gwalior Gaiki among the masses. The most famous of his Hindu disciples was Pandit Bal Krishna Bua Ichalkaranjikar, the guru of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar. Bal Krishna Bua was responsible for popularizing Gwalior Gaiki among the masses in Maharashtra through his luminous disciples like Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar, Anant Manohar Joshi, Mirashi Bua, and many more. Balkrishan Bua's disciple, Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar, was not only a well-versed and influential musician, but a reformist, educationist, musicologist, and above all a revolutionary who brought about the change in music all over. Pandit Paluskar is credited for bringing music from the courts of rulers and making it available to the masses. It was he who initiated democratic way of music education, musical performances, music outlook, and the musician's prestige. He is considered the pioneer of institutional music education in India. After the Gurukul and Gharana system of music education, in which the music education was available for a few chosen ones, Panditji thought of imparting instructions to the masses in a group in music institution. It was he who started imparting instructions at a fixed place on a fixed time and in a proper manner. Prior to this, things were not so systematic. He imparted music education through books, which he especially wrote for the purpose of teaching. Not only this, he trained the music teachers to teach in a group through books. Thus, he left no stone unturned to make music education systematic and available for the masses. In this way, he brought a revolutionary change in the traditional system of music teaching. Except Pandit Balkrishan Bua Ichalkaranjikar and his rich lineage, Haddoo Khan's other disciples, Baba Dikshit, Vishnupant Chhatre, were the eminent musicians in the lineage of Gwalior Gharana. To sum up, we can say that Haddoo Hassoo Khans were the great exponents of Gwalior Gaiki. Their ancestors were from Lucknow, who had migrated to Gwalior and had settled there. The singing style which they developed in Khyal was known as Gwalior style of Khyal singing or Gwalior Gharana. According to G.H. Ranade, the prolific writer, Haddoo Hassoo Khan's period was a golden period of Khyal style of singing. Even Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande realized that Gwalior Gaiki is the Khyal Gaiki in the true sense. To popularize Khyal singing among the masses, the contribution of Haddoo Hassoo Khan of Gwalior and their lineage of great disciples has been immense. Gwalior Gharana is probably the oldest Gharana, which led to originate many other Gharanas of music. Thus, the contribution of Haddoo Hassoo Khan will always remain engrossed in the golden letters in the history of Indian music. Thank you.